There is something that happens quietly after 70. Your immune system doesn't suddenly switch off. It doesn't have an expiration date, but with age, the body's defenses can become less efficient, which means infections that once felt minor can sometimes hit harder. And here's the surprising part. Some people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s seem to bounce back remarkably well. They catch a seasonal illness and recover. They stay active. They keep going. They maintain their independence. What are they doing differently? It may not be an expensive supplement. It may not be a special immune-boosting drink. It may be 6 simple habits repeated so consistently that they become almost boring. And today, we're going to look at all 6. Because your immune system isn't just something you inherit from your parents. Your daily routine can influence the environment in which that immune system has to work. So if you're over 70, pay especially close attention to the 5th habit. It's one that many people completely overlook. Let's begin. Habit 1. They move their body every day. The first habit is simple. They don't let an entire day pass without moving. This doesn't mean they spend an hour in a gym. It could be a walk around the neighborhood, working in the garden, doing light housework, climbing a few safe stairs, walking around the house several times during the day, or doing simple strength and balance exercises. Why does this matter for immunity? Your immune system is connected to your entire body. Regular physical activity supports circulation, metabolic health, sleep, and overall physical function. The CDC notes that emerging research also suggests physical activity may benefit immune function. And there's another benefit that becomes extremely important after 70. Movement helps protect your independence. Think about this. You don't just exercise so you can live longer. You exercise so that 10 years from now, you can still get out of a chair. You can carry your groceries. You can walk to the bathroom safely. You can play with your grandchildren. You can get outside without needing someone to hold your arm. That's the real goal. And you don't need to start with a huge workout. If you're currently inactive, begin slowly. Walk for 5 or 10 minutes. Do it again later. Stand up from a sturdy chair several times if it's safe for you. Add simple resistance exercises with guidance from a healthcare professional or qualified trainer if needed. The goal isn't exhaustion. The goal is consistency. Because a body that moves regularly is a body that keeps practicing how to move. And that brings us to habit number 2. Habit 2. They treat sleep like medicine. Here's a habit many people underestimate. They protect their sleep. After 70, it can be tempting to accept poor sleep as simply part of aging. You wake up at 2 a.m., you fall asleep again at 4. You nap during the afternoon. Then you tell yourself, that's just what happens when you get older. Not necessarily. Older adults generally still need around 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, although individual needs vary. And sleep isn't simply the time when your body shuts down. It's a period when your body performs important maintenance. Your brain processes information. Your body regulates important systems. Your energy is restored. And poor sleep can affect concentration, mood, physical function, and overall health. So what do healthy older adults do? They create a predictable sleep routine. They go to bed around the same time. They wake up around the same time. They avoid turning the bedroom into a television room. They get daylight and physical activity during the day, and they pay attention when sleep problems become persistent. Here's an important warning sign. If you're sleeping poorly night after night, waking up exhausted, or experiencing loud snoring or possible pauses in breathing, don't simply blame age. Talk with your healthcare professional. Sometimes the problem isn't that you need to try harder to sleep. Sometimes there's an underlying sleep problem that needs attention. And that leads to something even more important. Because you can sleep 8 hours every night, but if your diet is poor, your immune system still doesn't have all the raw materials it needs. Habit 3. They eat real food, especially protein and plants. Your immune system is made from cells, proteins, signaling molecules, and countless other components. Those components require nutrients. That's why healthy older adults don't obsess over one magical food. Instead, they build meals around a variety of nutrient-dense foods, vegetables, fruit, whole grains, beans, nuts and seeds, fish, eggs, dairy or other protein-rich foods, lean meats, if they eat them, healthy fats. The CDC recommends emphasizing vegetables and fruits, protein foods, whole grains, dairy products, and healthy fats, while limiting highly processed foods, excess saturated fat, salt, and added sugars. And there's one part of this that becomes particularly important as you get older: protein. Muscle isn't just about appearance. Strong muscles help you remain mobile, recover from illness, and stay independent. So instead of having a breakfast that's mostly refined carbohydrates, consider including a meaningful protein source: eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beans, fish, chicken, tofu, or another protein-rich food that fits your dietary needs. And don't forget colorful plants: spinach, broccoli, berries, tomatoes, peppers, carrots, beans. The goal isn't perfection, it's variety. Imagine two plates. One has highly processed food, sugary drinks, and very little protein. The other has vegetables, beans, whole grains, healthy fats, and a good protein source. Which one gives your body more nutritional building blocks? That's the point. You aren't feeding your immune system with one miracle ingredient. You're giving your entire body the materials it needs to function well. And there's another habit that is surprisingly powerful, but it doesn't involve food at all. Habit 4. They don't live in isolation. This one may sound strange. What does calling your daughter have to do with your immune system? Quite a lot can happen when people become socially isolated. After retirement, losing a spouse or friends, moving to a new area, or simply becoming less mobile, a person's social world can shrink. One day you realize you haven't spoken to anyone all day. Then several days pass, and eventually, isolation becomes normal. But humans aren't designed for complete social isolation. The National Institute on Aging notes that loneliness and social isolation can affect physical and mental health, while social engagement is associated with better well-being and cognitive health in older adults. That's why many healthy older adults intentionally stay connected. They call someone. They attend a community event. They walk with a friend. They volunteer. They eat meals with family. They join a club. They talk to their neighbors. They spend time with grandchildren. And here's the beautiful part. Social connection often combines with other healthy habits. Instead of walking alone, they walk with a friend. Instead of eating alone, they share a meal. Instead of sitting at home, they volunteer. One healthy habit creates another. So if your social world has become smaller, don't wait for someone else to fix it. Make one connection today. Call someone you've been meaning to call. Ask a neighbor how they're doing. Invite a friend for a walk. Even a short conversation can break the pattern of isolation. And now we come to habit number 5. This is the habit that doesn't feel like an immune habit at all. Habit 5. They keep their vaccinations and health checks up to date. Some people think having a strong immune system means never getting sick. That's not what a healthy immune system means. The goal isn't to make yourself invincible. The goal is to give your body the best possible protection and give problems a chance to be caught early. Vaccines are one of the most direct ways to prepare the immune system to recognize specific infections. For older adults, staying up to date with recommended vaccinations can be especially important because some infections can cause more serious illness with age. The National Institute on Aging recommends discussing appropriate vaccines with a doctor or pharmacist and keeping vaccinations up to date. Depending on your age, health history, location, and current recommendations, this may include vaccines for illnesses such as influenza, COVID-19, shingles, pneumococcal disease, or RSV. But don't guess. Recommendations can change, and not every vaccine is appropriate for every person. Ask your healthcare professional or pharmacist, which vaccines am I due for? That's a simple question, and it can be incredibly valuable. The same principle applies to regular healthcare. Know your blood pressure. Keep track of important medical conditions. Take prescribed medications as directed. Get recommended screenings. And don't ignore changes that persist. A strong immune system doesn't mean you never need a doctor. Quite the opposite. Healthy aging means knowing when professional help is necessary. Which brings us to the final habit. And this one might be the most important because it ties everything together. Habit 6. They recover. Instead of constantly running on empty, look at the daily routine of someone who remains energetic well into their 70s, 80s, or beyond. They don't necessarily push themselves as hard as possible every day. They understand recovery. They eat enough nutritious food. They sleep, they move, they rest when they're genuinely sick. They manage stress. They stay connected. And they don't treat exhaustion like a badge of honor. This matters because your body is constantly balancing stress and recovery. A little physical challenge can be beneficial. But your body also needs time to recover from that challenge. So if you have a hard exercise day, the next day doesn't need to be another hard exercise day. Maybe it's a gentle walk, maybe stretching, maybe gardening, maybe mobility work, maybe simply doing your normal activities at an easier pace. And when you're sick, don't try to prove how tough you are. Rest, hydrate according to your healthcare provider's advice, eat what you can tolerate, follow medical guidance, and pay attention to symptoms that are severe, unusual, or getting worse. There is strength in knowing when to slow down. The bonus habit: they don't chase immune boosters. Now here's a bonus lesson that could save you money. Healthy older adults don't necessarily buy every product that promises to boost immunity. The immune system is incredibly complicated. More immune activity isn't automatically better. Your goal is not to turn your immune system up to maximum. Your goal is to support normal immune function. And that usually starts with the basics: good nutrition, regular movement, adequate sleep, healthy weight management when appropriate, not smoking, avoiding excessive alcohol, vaccination, social connection, and appropriate health care. The CDC specifically recommends these kinds of healthy habits to support immune health and overall well-being. Supplements can sometimes be appropriate when someone has a deficiency or a specific medical need. But taking large amounts of vitamins or minerals without a reason isn't automatically healthier. More is not always better. The 6-habit immune check. So let's put everything together. If you're over 70, ask yourself 6 questions. Number 1, did I move my body today? Number 2, did I get enough quality sleep? Number 3, did I eat enough nutritious food and protein? Number 4, did I connect with another person? Number 5, am I up to date with my recommended vaccines and health checks? And number 6, did I give my body enough time to recover? You don't have to answer yes to every question every day. That's not realistic. The goal is to create a pattern, because healthy aging isn't built from one perfect day. It's built from thousands of ordinary days. A 10-minute walk, a bowl of vegetables, a protein-rich meal, a good night's sleep, a phone call to someone you love, a vaccine appointment, a day when you choose rest instead of pushing through exhaustion. These things may seem small, but small things repeated for years can produce enormous differences. And here's the message I want you to remember. Your age is a number. Your daily habits are a strategy. You cannot control every part of aging. You cannot control every infection. You cannot guarantee that you'll never get sick. But you can give your body better conditions in which to age. So don't wait until you feel weak to start moving. Don't wait until you're exhausted to protect your sleep. Don't wait until you've lost muscle to start strengthening it. Don't wait until loneliness becomes normal to reconnect. And don't wait for an illness to remind you about preventive health care. Start with one habit today, then repeat it tomorrow, then again the next day. Because the goal isn't simply to add years to your life, it's to protect the strength, energy, independence, and quality of those years. If you're over 70 and already doing several of these habits, you're giving your body some of the strongest foundations available for healthy aging. And if you're not doing them yet, that's okay. You don't need to change everything tomorrow. Just choose one. Then build from there. If this video gave you something useful, subscribe to Healthy Years for more simple, science-based strategies to help you stay strong, sharp, independent, and energetic as you age. And share this video with someone over 70 who deserves to hear this message. Because sometimes the habits that seem too simple to matter are the very habits that matter most.